Good night, viewers. Here are tonight's top stories. Jax and Ian file copyright infringement case in U.S. against corporate giant. 2 men killed during brawl at Leonora, suspect hospitalized, another on the run. Guyana Police Force clarifies response to video circulating on social media. 33 officer cadets promoted to ensigns. Also a driver is sentenced to 3 years for grievous cutlass attack on taxi driver, and finally, 19-year-old remanded in connection with motorcycle theft. Stay tuned for these updates. Driver sentenced to 3 years for grievous cutlass attack on taxi driver. A 33-year-old driver was sentenced to 3 years in prison on Friday after pleading guilty to a charge of maliciously wounding a taxi driver during an incident in May 2023. Andre Baird, also known as Dogface, of Lot P. Mocha Arcadia, East Bank Demerara, was convicted at the Georgetown Magistrates Court for chopping Charles de Jonga with a cutlass, causing severe injury to his right arm. The incident took place on May 21, 2023, at the intersection of Brickdam Road and Cornhill Street, Stabroek, Georgetown. Baird, who was arrested on September 18, 2024, was charged with unlawfully and maliciously wounding de Jonga with the intent to harm, disfigure, or cause grievous bodily harm. During the court hearing, Principal Magistrate Faith McGusty heard that Baird retaliated after an earlier altercation on May 20, 2023, where he claimed de Jonga had attacked him first, punching him in the face and stabbing him. Seeking revenge, Baird returned to the location the following day and used a cutlass from his car trunk to inflict the wound on de Jonga's arm. De Jonga, in his testimony, admitted to punching Baird during an earlier confrontation, but recounted how he was later attacked while waiting in traffic. He described how he felt intense pain in his arm before realizing that Baird had struck him with the cutlass. After hearing both accounts, Magistrate McGusty ruled that Baird's actions were premeditated and malicious. While acknowledging that Baird pleaded guilty and did not waste the court's time, the magistrate sentenced him to 3 years in prison. Guyana Police Force clarifies response to video circulating on social media. In response to a video currently circulating on social media, the Guyana Police Force, GPF, wishes to provide clarity and outline the facts concerning the situation referenced in the video. On March 3, 2024, Sheldon Beharley lodged a formal complaint with the Environmental Protection Agency, EPA, regarding noise nuisance caused by loud music emanating from a church in Settlement, Mabaruma, Region No. 1. This matter was subsequently addressed on September 11, 2024, when officials from the EPA met with Superintendent Krishna Ramana, Commander of Region No. 1, at the Divisional Headquarters Office to discuss the complaint. On September 19 and 20, 2024, Beharley filed 2 additional reports at the Mabaruma Police Station, alleging that the church continued to play loud and disruptive music, which was causing annoyance and psychological distress to him and his family. In response, officers from the Mabaruma Police Station visited the church and spoke with Rondell Morgau, the individual responsible for playing the music at the time. Morgau was accompanied by a man identifying himself as Mr. Ramdeen, who claimed to be the pastor of the church. Morgau acknowledged playing the music but stated that he was unaware of the volume level. Following this, the police issued Morgau a warning, advising him to be mindful of the noise level. The Guyana Police Force would like to categorically state that no equipment was seized during this incident, and the church service was not stopped. Additionally, the pastor was not summoned to the police station but chose to accompany Morgau voluntarily. Morgau was subsequently released after receiving a warning. The GPF urges the public to refrain from spreading misinformation and encourages individuals to verify facts before circulating content on social media. 33 officer cadets promoted to ensigns. 33 officer cadets of the Standard Officer Course No. 56 were officially promoted to the rank of ensigns by Chief of Defense Staff Brigadier Omar Khan, MSS, during a ceremony held at the Colonel Ulrich Pilgrim Officer Cadet School Drill Square. The newly promoted ensigns include 7 members of the Guyana Police Force and 4 from the Belize Defense Force. The ceremonial promotion was marked by the presentation of badges of rank during the ensigncy parade, signifying the cadets' successful completion of the first year of their rigorous training. In his address to the newly minted ensigns, Brigadier Khan praised their hard work and perseverance, noting the significance of their achievement. You have faced challenges that tested your limits. Today signifies that you have emerged stronger, equipped with the skills and knowledge to lead troops. You stand not just as individuals but as representatives of our core values: duty, discipline, identity, integrity, and loyalty, said Brigadier Khan. He further emphasized the responsibilities that come with leadership, urging the ensigns to lead with integrity and inspire those under their command. Leadership goes beyond authority. As officers, your rank is not just worn on your shoulders but must also be carried in your heart and mind. Always be an inspiration to your peers, family, and subordinates, Brigadier Khan advised. The promotion follows the successful completion of 70% of their physical training, with the remaining 30% and academic studies towards an associate's degree in general studies at the University of Guyana to be completed in the next phase of their officer training. This achievement marks a significant milestone in their journey towards becoming commissioned officers, as they prepare for the challenges and responsibilities of military leadership. 19-year-old remanded in connection with motorcycle theft. A 19-year-old man, Floyd Azor, was remanded to prison on Wednesday following his appearance at the Georgetown Magistrates Court regarding charges of motorcycle theft. Azor, residing at Lot 89 Lang Avenue, Georgetown, is accused of stealing a jailing motorcycle valued at $275,000 from Brad Farhun on September 16, 2024, at Russell Street, Charlestown. This is not Azor's first encounter with law enforcement. He is reportedly wanted in Region 4B Division for similar offenses and has a documented history of motorcycle theft. During the court proceedings, Principal Magistrate Faith McGusty presented the charges to Azor, who pleaded not guilty. The prosecution laid out the following facts. On the morning of the incident, Farhun had securely parked his motorcycle in front of his home before briefly going inside. Upon returning just a few minutes later, he discovered the motorcycle missing and conducted searches in the vicinity, to no avail. Later that day, around 2 p.m., Azor was seen riding the stolen motorcycle alongside another individual. Upon noticing the police, the duo attempted to flee. However, Azor was apprehended while the accomplice escaped, leaving the motorcycle behind. At the Rumveelt police station, Azor allegedly confessed to the theft, claiming involvement with the unidentified male. The prosecution opposed bail, citing Azor's prior offenses and his attempts to evade capture. In his defense, Azor asserted, "The bike was not in my possession, I was at the back of it." Azor has been remanded to prison and is set to return to court on October 9, 2024, for further proceedings. 2 men killed during brawl at Leonora, suspect hospitalized, another on the run. The Guyana Police Force is investigating a deadly altercation that occurred in the early hours of this morning in the vicinity of District Club, Leonora, resulting in the deaths of 2 men and leaving one suspect critically injured, while another remains at large. The deceased have been identified as Mohammed Kalamidin Nasir, a 30-year-old carpenter of Lot 1 Stewartville, West Coast Demerara, WCD, and Arvinda Rupram, a 25-year-old construction worker of Lot 52 Stewartville, WCD. Preliminary investigations reveal that at approximately 2:50 a.m., Nasir, Rupram, and 2 other individuals became involved in a violent altercation stemming from a heated argument. During the scuffle, Rupram sustained multiple stab wounds, while Nasir was fatally wounded with a stab to his upper abdomen. The 2 suspects involved have been identified as Alex Amsterdam, also known as Mario, a 28-year-old security guard, and another individual known only as Terry. Amsterdam was also injured, suffering a stab wound to his upper abdomen. He is currently hospitalized under police guard at the West Demerara Regional Hospital, where his condition is reported as critical. The second suspect, Terry, fled the scene in an unknown direction and remains at large. Ranks from the Anti-Crime Patrol were swiftly on the scene and transported Nasir and Rupram to the Leonora Cottage Hospital, where they were pronounced dead on arrival by the attending doctor. The crime scene was processed, and a black-handle Rambo knife, suspected to be the weapon used in the fatal stabbings, was recovered. Several individuals have been interviewed, and police have obtained useful information as the investigation continues. Anyone with additional information that may assist in the investigation is urged to contact the nearest police station. Jax and Ian file copyright infringement case in U.S. against corporate giant. Jackie Hanover, popularly known as Jackie Jax, and Ivan Harry, who performs as Divan, have filed a copyright infringement lawsuit in the United States against One Communications, Guyana, Inc. and Tanisha de Freitas, known by her stage name Nikita, for the unauthorized use of their musical compositions Guyana and Oh Guyana during a rebranding event hosted by One Communications. The lawsuit alleges that One Communications and Nikita infringed the plaintiff's copyrights by performing, broadcasting, and commercially exploiting the songs without obtaining the necessary permissions. Hanover and Harry are contending that One Communications, in particular, gain significant economic benefits from infringing their copyright protection. My hope is that this lawsuit will force corporate entities to show respect for songwriters and content creators by implementing proper copyright clearance policies for all works used at their events, Jax says. The lawsuit was filed after efforts to resolve the dispute with One Communications failed. Hanover and Harry allege, upon information and belief, in their lawsuit that One Communications, formerly GTT, habitually infringes and conspires with others to infringe or facilitates the infringement of copyright-protected works. They contend that the complained conduct is maliciously intentional, fraudulent, oppressive, or committed recklessly or with a wanton disregard for their rights and stifles the music industry. Hanover also claims that One Communications interfered with business relations and opportunities she has with one of its rivals. In pre-action letters sent to One Communications, Hanover and Harry warned that the unauthorized use of their copyright-protected works gives rise to claims in Guyana and the United States, and they intend to seek relief in both jurisdictions. Hanover is a citizen of Guyana, while Divan is a dual citizen of the United States and Guyana. Defendant One Communications, Guyana, Inc. is a leading telecommunications company in Guyana, and Tanisha de Freitas, Nikita, is a singer who performed at the rebranding event. Hanover and Harry are requesting the following relief in the U.S. District Court for the Eastern District of New York. Requested relief. Actual damages, to be determined at trial but no less than $300,000 for the unauthorized use of the musical compositions. Injunctive relief, to prevent further unauthorized use of the plaintiff's works. Disgorgement of economic gains, recovery of profits earned, and the value of economic advantage gained by One Communications' unauthorized use of the works in its rebranding campaign. Punitive damages, at least $1 million to penalize the defendants for their willful and malicious conduct. Attorney's fees, compensation for legal expenses incurred.